Another question. My pastor teaches that in Matthew 24 that this is both the rapture and the second coming tied together. What do you think about that?
Well, there's a lot of people that hold that idea because there are statements in Matthew 24 that seem to refer to the fact that the coming of the Lord is going to be something that's going to be a surprise. Two are going to be walking the field, one's taken, one's left. And people will ask, well, how can that refer to the second coming? Because you have all these signs that precede the second coming. And they go to, passages like that where one's taken and one's left. And that is often conjures up the idea of the rapture. Someone's going to be snatched away to heaven. Someone's going to be left behind. But I think when we look at the context of Matthew 24 and 25, it's a very Jewish context. The context is referring to the second coming of Jesus back to the earth. And when it says there that one is taken and one is left, I think it refers to one at the second coming who's taken away in judgment, and the other person is left to enjoy the millennial kingdom. So really, I think in Matthew 24, you have the opposite of the rapture. At the rapture, the one who's taken is taken to heaven, the one left is left on the earth. I think you have the opposite thing going on there in Matthew 24.
The parallel passage of the passage that Mark was talking about is in Luke 17. Mm-hmm. And the disciples ask, "Where, Lord? Where will they be taken?" And Jesus says, where the bodies are, the vultures will gather. Right. Now that's a Jewish way of describing judgment. So he's exactly right. They're taken away in judgment. It's not the rapture at all.
Yeah, I would say that if you look at the context, like Mark was saying, that if you go back a few chapters and if you look at the parables that are given there, that you will find that the ones that are taken are always the unbelievers, right. Okay? It's not the believers. So that this is not talking about the rapture where believers are taken. This is where you have the unbelievers are taken away into judgment, all right? And it's the believers that are left on earth here in Matthew 24 that go into the millennial kingdom.